everybody, and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Chuck, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And we continue this week, on this beautiful day, Tuesday, with Chardonnay. Value-driven, not value-driven, available Chardonnay. Two of these wines are pretty inexpensive. One, 24 bones, not inexpensive, but wildly. I mean, like Justin Bieber. Let's get a little bit more recent. Like, people go crazy. Customers come into the store, see this wine, and take off their clothes and throw it at this wine. It is that obnoxiously popular, the Rombauer Chardonnay. Literally, we hide it. We don't want people to buy it because we give it away, and it's so popular, and we want people to try new things. I sometimes put this in like a different section. Like, this is like in the champagne section and it flies. This wine is too legit to quit, quoting my friend MC Hammer, and I'm excited about tasting it. I think we've done it on the show before. It's always traditionally, let me say this, it's probably been about 5 to 7 vintages since I've liked it, because it gets so oaky and buttery, but, you know, different strokes, different folks, and that's that. So, 3 wines wildly available, and very, very popular, big sellers in the country. And let's start with the first one, which is the Smoking Loon, the Smoking Loon 2007 Chardonnay. This wine rolls in at $8.10. So let's see what's going on here. Smoking Loon, big brand, super popular for the last... Oh my, you got a little? Oh, I did get you a little. I like that. It excites me. Very, very golden color. Actually, not super golden, but it's got a yellow-ish going on there. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Little hints of butter. Definitely a little, kind of like a little bit of a marzipan component on the nose, which I kind of like. You know, marzipan fruit? You like those? I'm big on them. Jess?
Never had it.
You've never had the fake marzipan fruit?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And you've never been curious to try it?
Kind of. It's like jelly, right? Like gummy?
Yeah, it's kind of gummy. It's weird. It's like, have you guys had it? It's marzipan. Wow. Side question. It's like Groupon here, side deal. Side question. How many of you have had marzipan? Yes, no, and then give me something. You like it, you hate it. Anyway, and you don't even like it. Little marzipan. Now, as we're like getting a little more settled in, very buttery, very oaky coming through. Wow, actually stunning. Little learning session here for all of us. This wine is opening up quite a bit. It smells completely different, really. Really it does. Very quickly. Buttery, oaky, and that's fine. You know, I'm a little bit sensitive to that. We don't want the oak monster coming out, but let's see what happens. Let's give it a whirl. Little buttered popcorn action for sure. God, it's buttery. You know, it kind of tastes like buttered cornbread. That's one of the flavor profiles I'm really getting in this wine. A little grainy in that way, I guess. Little hints of peach on the mid-palate, which I find... I almost feel like it's the token peach flavor on this wine. It is so dominated by the oak and butter. As you can see, I have a smirk on my face because it's kind of laughable. This is textbook Kendall Jackson Behringer's, Clos de Bois, Chardonnays, and that's fine. You know, to me, this is classic 82-point wine. You know, for $8, nothing wrong with that. And if you're a fan of that style, and if you're drinking Simi or Franciscan or some of these other brands, you may want to try this. I mean, you're going to get a similar play for almost half the price. And so, to me, one-dimensional. That dimension is over-extracted fruit, oak kind of things going on, and a little disappointing. I was hoping for a little bit more. I like the Sebastiani kind of family. They do a lot of cool stuff, and I was hoping to be a little bit... Listen, it is what it is. It's not devastating, but it's not that fun either. Bogle, 2008 Chardonnay, $7 US. Bogle had a big win here on the Thunder Show with their Petite Syrah. maybe a year and a half ago. So let's see if they can follow that up with their Chardonnay. Pretty popular wine, though. Not as popular as their Merlot and Petit Syrah. So maybe one of the afterthoughts in the Bogle family, though. Somebody from Bogle can come in here and leave a comment that it's probably the biggest selling wine. But traditionally for us over the last decade or two, it has definitely been the distant third varietal in the family. Cab even had its heyday after a Wall Street Journal article once. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Now this is a little less oaky and buttery, which excites me. It also has a little bit of like an evergreen, kind of like foresty kind of, yeah, kind of like this minty evergreen kind of thing going on, which I like. Little hints of pear as well. Let's give it a whirl. I get this great lime flavor. There's a little hint of ginger on the mid palate, which I think is quite interesting. The weight of this wine is better than the last wine. There's a little residual sugar type thing going on. I don't know if it's actual residual sugar, but this wine is sweeter than the last wine. One of the great secrets of Kendall Jackson's success, in my opinion, in the late 80s into the 90s, where it became the dominant force in Chardonnay, $10 California play. I like this wine. It's tricking me as well. I'm getting totally suckered into the charisma. It's like Bill Clinton. You just can't beat him. You know, it's that kind of thing. You meet him, you're gonna like him, even if you're far to the right. They just get you. You know what I mean, Ma? It's like Medusa. You know, you look at the face, you look at her, you're gonna turn to stone. It's just the way it is. You know, it's just the way it is. So I recognize the flaws in this wine. You know, it's kind of hollow. But it's kind of enjoyable. To me, this is a very solid 86-point wine. I like it. For $7, I think it's very much worth. You know, I'd probably recommend almost everybody who watches this to try one bottle because, gosh, if you like it, and there's a lot to like here. It's likable. It's not the most thought-provoking wine, but it's kind of likable for Chardonnay. That's a good situation. You know, and I'm not talking about the abs, you know, from the guy on the Jersey Shore. I'm talking globally. It's nice to pick up an $84 case of wine and enjoy it, and that's what this is. Mike, you like that? This is a big one. We might have a highlight reel just of this show. This is interesting. I'm kind of impressed with this wine, and Bogle continues to impress me on the big stage. This is a winery that's getting real lucky. Let me just say that, because I've had a lot of Bogle wines at functions and charity events and, you know, those kind of things, and it's probably batting in my palate 4 for its last 11, but 2 in a row, and 2 for 2 on the Thunder show. It's funny. I always think about that dynamic of having this show. How many, you know, Mott, it's actually been making me think. I've been really debating. Here's a little sneak peek. No, but it's a little sneak peek. I've been really debating chronicling every wine I taste and then coming out almost with like a monthly digital magazine with every score. Because the context is lost. I'm gonna have 5 wines over the weekend. You know, it's like, you know, interesting. Anyway, this wine actually triggered that thought. I'm giving you a sneak peek into something I didn't want to give you a sneak peek in. Thanks a lot, Bogle. But anyway, good weight, good wine, solid effort, 7 bones, 86 points. It's a winner. It's a best buy. I love that term. I like it. A little honey on the nose. Pretty impressive stuff. I mean, hard to believe that you can pull off making wine like that. The sugar, the fake sugar is the only thing. I mean, classically trained somms, you know, a lot of wine professionals would pick on me for going that high, given that there's like an artificial sugar component here. Sometimes, though, I just get suckered into just being the consumer most of the time and just saying there's a delicious factor, and that's fine. I mean, we're not looking to revolutionize the world, you know, with a $7 bottle of wine. $24. Rombauer 08 Carneros Chardonnay, an amazing family producing amazing wine, and they've been on a roll, a Kaiser roll, as my wonderful German teacher Herr Arts used to always say. I'm on a roll, a Kaiser roll, and then we'd all look at him like that wasn't funny, and we'd move on, and he'd move on to give me 8 out of 10 Fs. I took German 1 twice in high school. 2 years, freshman and sophomore year. We had 4, you know, marking periods and a final grade, 5 grades. In the 10 years that I took German, I got 9 Fs and 1 D. As a matter of fact, Mott, let's go completely rogue. There's a human being in the building right now. His name is Jeff DeRose. He works in the order department. He's one of the heads of the order department. And he took German 1 and 2 with me. He also failed freshman year. However, Jeff rallied and passed German 1 sophomore year. I did not, and had to pass Spanish 1 and 2, or I would have not graduated high school. That's a little fun fact. Huge shout out to Senor Kennedy. I love you. But Jeff DeRose, he was also with me in German 1 and German 1 again sophomore year. Hey, Dad. And
How was Rombauer?
Rombauer, I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm in the middle of it, so.
Can I bring my glass?
Yeah, you can bring your glass, but we need to go find Jeff DeRose now. Let's go, Mott. We're talking about German class in high school, and Jeff took German with me, so we're going to go find him.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
I tried to sprechen a Deutsch, but I didn't do a very good job. Thus, 9 Fs in 10 marking periods, which is, I'd really like to know if any of you could even claim to have such a bad situation on your report card. Again, not the situation with, but, Mott, we're going to find Jeff. We're work in here. Is Jeff in here?
Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just making sure. All right. Aaron, what's going on, dude?
How are you doing?
Very good. Jeff, how are you? Brian, hey, bud. We're live on WineLibraryTV.
Awesome. My
yes.
first time, I think.
Yes, your first time.
All right.
Jeff, I'm going to throw you for a loop here.
Yeah.
I just want them to get the natural reaction.
Okay.
I want to play word association with you.
Yeah.
When I say hair arts, what do you think?
That brings back great memories.
Yes.
Of German class where
Yes.
I met this guy.
Why don't you tell them what kind of German? You can be honest. What kind of German student I was?
Not very good. He, but I don't know. You seem to get it, but then
Jeff, let's be very honest.
Okay.
I failed German
he
1
failed.
twice.
He failed.
Now you failed German 1
And I
freshman
took it,
year as well.
And I took it sophomore year. Gary was not there.
Yes,
after.
I was.
Oh, you-
I took German sophomore
It
year.
was a long
with you,
time ago.
But I failed it as well.
Yeah.
You went on to German 2.
Yeah.
I went to Spanish 1.
This is 1991, by the way, so my memory's not too good.
That is correct. It's not. My memory is obviously tremendous. Tell them what else happened in German class. Tell them the story of when I sold you Double Dragon.
Okay, yeah, that's how we met. He sold me something. He also,
Brian, how awesome is that?
yeah, it was $15. I didn't even get a box. All I got was a game with scratches all over it. But, 20 years later,
no
it's
return
over.
policy back then.
No return policy.
Jeff, you failed German 1.
Yeah, I got a D. Actually.
But why did you take German 1 again?
Because I think to move on, you had to get a C or better.
I don't think so. I think you failed German 1.
I might have failed it.
Yeah, you failed it. But what did you do second year? You did much better.
I got a C. I got a C.
And you took German 2?
And 3.
You took German 3?
I did.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Why? You became a big hair arts fan, didn't you?
Kinda. It was okay.
You took a German 3?
Yeah.
But you didn't have to.
I didn't have to.
And you did.
Yeah.
Instead of an elective?
Yeah.
That is incredible
Yeah.
to me.
I like.
You blew my mind. See? I knew this would be worthwhile. All right, let's go back to the show. Brandon, Jeff
Yeah.
took German 3.
That's great.
Did you take German 3?
No, I took Spanish and flunked bad.
How about, did you fail Spanish 1? Brandon was also in graduating class 1994, 100 and count.
No, I
Northern High
passed.
School.
I passed Spanish
You just
1.
moved. You just wanted to be on the show. You had no reason to
I
go
gotta
there.
go.
Admit it. You all set to go? All right, let's go. You had no reason, right? Yeah. All right. Okay. So as we've learned, Jeff persevered, went on to take German 3, which just stunned me. I'm stunned that he would do that. I, on the other hand, desperately. So I was in Spanish 2, my senior year of high school, which was mainly freshmen. What is going on here,
Now there's a party in your office.
guys? What? I'm thinking.
Your father's invading the show.
Hold on. Where's my glass?
I didn't touch it.
Oh no, this is it. Good.
I had 3 glasses while you're out.
Yeah, just 3.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
So
So what happened?
That is the buttery
nothing.
steak
Please,
I've ever tasted.
Ian, shut your hole. No influencing anything. I'm taping a show here. Let's stay focused. Dad, please.
Oh, look, I'm thirsty.
08 Rombauer Chardonnay, $24. Just want to reset them up. 24 is a great number. Darrell Revis, best player in football. Let's give it a sniffy sniff.
Yeah, but you see, you're American. Huh?
So, shh. So, there's obviously a very intense attack of, buttery, oaky components on this wine. It literally feels like somebody took, sticks of butter and wood and put them into the chipper, and so you get that nose, like when you chip wood. So that's coming across pretty heavily on the nose. Let's give it a whirl. So, literally this is context, right? I mean, if you were a fan of oaky, buttery white wines, you're going to like this wine because it brings all that at a bag of chips. However, my concern of that is that, you like this, Dad? My concern on that is this flavor profile is replicatable at lower price points. I'm not, hold on, you like that? Let me ask you a question. Without bologna, did you try this?
No.
Okay, come here, real quick. Don't, can you grab me another glass, Cameron? Thanks. So you're just going to use the same one? Okay, so you just tasted that, right? You've got it in your mind?
Of course.
You've got it? All right.
You know how long I've been drinking Rombauer?
A long time.
You were in diapers.
Please, Dad. We didn't even carry around
It's
that.
not true.
Okay.
It's not true at all.
Okay.
It's lighter style.
It is slightly lighter.
Lighter. To
Okay.
me.
Yeah, no, definitely is.
Rombauer have,
A little more
punch.
weight. Yep.
Yeah. Lighter, more approachable. In the way it's, more, I would call summery
Okay.
wine. Okay?
So you'd call Rombauer Chard not summery?
No. That's all I drink right now, white wine.
I understand. So, do you
But-
feel like
by the way,
Rombauer?
I just had Booker.
Yeah.
This wine was phenomenal.
It is.
Pricey.
What you feel like? You feel like Smoking Loon doesn't. Though it is a lighter. Don't you feel like this is like the lighter version of that? A lot of butter and oak too.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
if
please.
it was my choice, I prefer this style of wine. But there's nothing wrong with this wine.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's a little bit
stylistically,
lighter in body. But this
stylistically,
one,
stylistically, they're pretty similar. This is just
yes,
this is a
similar,
heavy version
but-
of it.
Right, heavy. That's a word you just
But
used.
it's not. But to me,
It's
this
heavy.
is $24.
Yeah.
This is $8. I mean, and that's where it starts getting
And
interesting.
It's worth it 3 times.
Getting
Not-
him up? So, here's the point. Now, Smoking Loon is an okay version. Here's where it gets interesting. It is my debate,
for $8, yeah.
and here's my debate, Dad, that there is a 30 to 60 wines out there that are $15 that close the gap between this and this in weight, and then taste a whole lot like this. I like Rombauer, and I think they're a great winery. I just think that they're making a mistake in the philosophy of it's so extreme that I feel like it's replicatable. And for
I think
less.
the mistakes they make on being $24 versus being under $20.
Fine, but I mean, but it is what it is, right?
Right.
And it is what that is. I don't know.
I do like it. It's no food.
No food. I don't like this wine as much as my dad does, which is fine. What else is new?
Right. What else is new?
But
Actually, it's the only wine we agree on recently. It's
the Cantamero?
right.
Yeah. So, but you know what? I'm thinking about bringing a lot of wine to the shore for us, and we'll see how close our palates are. We'll taste like 80 wines in a week.
You can't scare me.
I'm not trying to scare you. What do you mean? I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to
that's
excite
right.
you.
Taste. You spitting. I mean, I'm drinking.
No, I'll drink. I'll drink.
You will?
We're on vacation. I'm not
Right.
driving. I have to drive to, New York now.
But usually in New York, you don't drive, right?
When you live within New York?
Yeah. that's
Yeah,
right.
no, you like it, right?
Yeah.
So, this is a ridiculous show. Let's start with that. We've been with Jeff and Brandon and Danny's like running in the background for
And when
appearances.
they have
They're a party. Their baby
middle
could pop out in
name,
a second.
Sasha.
Oh, is that what you're fighting for?
Yeah.
I'm going to score this wine 88 points, and I probably would have given it 87, but I want to give it one extra point because my dad likes it. It's a solid wine at $24. It's pushing the envelope for me. What hurts me most is how much I love the people behind this wine. I think they make really good wines. I think the Zin is the silent, sneaky value in this whole portfolio. but it is what it is. It's fine. To me, it's a little overrated. But people love it. It's a very, very, it's the same reason people love Sonoma-Cutrer, same reason people love Kendall Jackson. It's really just Kendall Jackson with fancy clothes on. So, question of the day. What is your, not mine, not Dad, oh, he's over there now, not anybody else's, what is your favorite American Chardonnay? No Chablis, no Ravignon, and Dagagnou. Oh, excuse me, Dagagnou is Loire Valley Sauvignon Blanc. No Ravignon or Duvesat. What do you like in California Chardonnay? You, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world.